Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, CP.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Uh, CP, I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions.
I thought you want to give me answers.
No, I actually don't want to give you an answer.
Okay, my friend, go ahead.
So I would say, based on what I've seen from your videos, you have proven that Islam is false. I'm not gonna deny that you've proven that Islam is false. Yes. I guess my question was,
So, do you
what?
agree with me? Do you agree Islam is false?
Yes. No, no,
Okay.
no. I'm not disputing with that with you. You are correct. Islam is false.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
All right.
Can you prove that? What proof can you give me that Christianity is the truth, though? That's what because I'm seeking knowledge, right? I'm seeking the truth. How can you prove that
So
Christianity
you
is
are
the
an
truth?
ex-Muslim now.
Yeah, I've been an ex-Muslim.
All right. What
I actually, yeah. Hello.
what made you leave Islam, my friend?
You.
You. It's my fault.
No, it's your fault because you showed me the hadith about Muhammad said the penis will never go flat. Your penis will never go limp. You said you showed me where he said all the women can have all the women can have the prophet if he wants them. I went and I talked to an imam about this, and they gave me this bullshit answer about how Allah really cares about the prophet's life. And I don't believe that. So you're correct. You've proven it. Yes,
All
I'm
right,
not
my friend.
arguing with.
All right.
Yeah, don't argue.
Well, I'm happy for you that you left Islam, and I'm happy that my teaching helped you to make decision. Same time, you see, what is the proof of Christianity is to be the true belief. You see, the proof is a Christ himself. Is not a Christian prince. Christian prince is a sinner man like you. He's not perfect, and he will never be able to give you the perfect answer you are looking for. The only one who can give you the perfect answer is God himself. Look what Jesus said. I will give you the answer from my Lord, not from me. I'm not the one who's talking. The Messiah, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. Small, tiny sentence, 3 words, 4 words. From their fruits you shall know them. What does that mean exactly? People, they can give you speeches about their religion, about their belief, about how amazing their God, but we have our Lord who is giving us a very clear scale. People, they talk is cheap. People, they say things. People, they claim things, but the only way to prove who they are is their fruits. So in order to understand if Christianity is the true belief or not, let us see the fruit of Jesus, not the fruit of the Christians. Because as I said, me myself, I might be a thief, a killer, a drug dealer, an adulteress, whatever, you name it. I might be. I cannot present Christ to you. Christ himself is the only one who can present himself. So from their fruits you shall know them. I want you to take this sentence and study it, and study Christ with it. See his fruits. See what he did. See what he said, and if it's matched. As an example, I'm sure you heard the Christians saying to you that Jesus says, love your enemy, correct?
Yes, that's in the Gospel of Matthew.
All right. Which is, this is like, to be honest with you, it's hard to believe. I mean, what do you mean love your enemy? This is really hard to do. Almost impossible. So when Jesus said to me, love your enemy, did Jesus practice that?
Yes.
All right. Jesus, when he was on the cross, what he did?
He said they don't know what they're doing.
Forgive them. Forgive them, Father. They don't know what they are doing. So, and Jesus taught us what it's meant to be a liar. The liar is the one who says something and he do something else. The liar is someone who claims something but he do the opposite. Jesus, everything he said, it was consistent with what he said. Everything he did, even in the cross, the ones who they are killing him, he is worried about them and seeking their salvation. Here we notice that this is different style and different belief and different God. Not like the same as Muhammad, a God who says fight them, kill them, Allah punish them by your hands, revenge, cut their fingertips, cut their necks, blah blah blah, torture. Here you will see that there's a different spirit of love. In the same time, Jesus, he taught us that the one who denied the Father and the Son, he is an antichrist. You heard yourself and you learned that even Islam believe in the Antichrist, correct?
Yes.
All right. Shouldn't I ask myself why there's an Antichrist but not anti-Muhammad? What do you think?
I think that because we've already established that Islam is false, I don't want to use the Quran as a book to prove anything
No,
because
no,
it's a
no,
stupid
no,
book.
no. Let us say Islam. Yes, Islam is false religion. But why there is? I'm just mentioning to you that even Islam they accept that. But why there is an Antichrist but not anti-Muhammad? What is this idea of somebody? He is the devil. He is an Antichrist. That's mean anti-good.
Yeah.
When you say Antichrist, you are talking about anti what is good in this earth and in heaven. Why Satan he choose to be Antichrist, not anti-Christian, Prince, not anti-you, not anti-Trump, or there's big kings, big names, you know, they control the earth. Why he is Antichrist? Simply, he is anti the good God. So in order for me to understand Christ, I have to understand what he did and what he taught. And if what he did match with what he taught, then we have a perfect person to follow. Some people they say it's hard for me to believe that Jesus is God. I say to those people, it's hard for me to believe that Jesus is just a man. Because
Okay.
you remember only from Jesus what you want. You remember that he is just a man by the look, but you forgot that he is a one who can raise people from death. You forgot that he's a person who can heal the blind. He can make things nobody can do.
CP, can I offer you something else?
Sure.
So I've read the New Testament, and so I guess one concern that I have is that because you have four gospel writers, and they have different details sometimes of the same events. Like for example, when what's a good one? Oh, so like in the Great Commission in Matthew 28 verse 19, when Jesus says, "Go therefore into the world, make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit." Yes,
Mm.
he says that in Matthew, but then if you look at the same statement in one of the other Gospels, it'll say, "Go therefore into the world," and it doesn't say like the because if you believe the 28:19 in Matthew, you have to say that the Trinity is in the Bible, and
Mm.
that's proof. But the thing is, if you look at the one that's in Luke
Mm.
or in Mark, then the statement doesn't say that. So how do we know which one is the one that Jesus said? Maybe Jesus did do all those things. Maybe he did raise the dead. But if the people that were writing it down don't even have a consistent, they have the generally the same message. But in terms of the statement, when he says Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, then you can't deny the Trinity and you can't deny what Jesus did. But if the statements are different, then you have to ask the question, right?
You see, those are not different statements, my friend. This is why we have four writers, not one. Otherwise, if each of them is going to say exactly word by word what the other one he said, then we do not need the second writer and the third writer and the fourth writer. Everyone he speak of his let us say how God he inspire him to explain things. It's not word by word. Do you think that everything Jesus said is written there?
Probably not.
For sure not, because you know, like a person who live in this earth, and I am here talking to you for the last 4 hours. I can make a book in 4 hours. If you put my words into a book, they will make a book. Do you agree? I don't know how many words I spoke until now, maybe 8,000. You know what I mean? So it you know what the Bibles are presenting to us, what is important. So every writer is witnessing to the Messiah, and all of them they give you a complete images. It's like, you know, we have you have a building, and we have the building have four sides, and each one of them he give you a point of a view. So to have a perfect view of the whole house, you have to get four view, not only the front. You know what I'm saying? So
I
each
see what
one of
you're
them,
saying.
yeah, each one of them he give you as an example. uh, First of all, you notice in Christianity they avoid repeating, not like in Islam. In Islam and the Quran, the same verse repeated many times all over. So they avoid reporting and repeating. Like when they say, as an example, the other day someone he called me. He says, "Okay, there is a prophecy about Jesus is you know, and the 30 silvers, etc. But this is cannot be found here. Where we can find it? You notice that they did not mention the book of Zechariah, even though they are mentioned in different book, because there they mention the person who the story about him in the book of Zechariah. So always they avoid repeating the same story with the details. If the other book give us the whole details, why I want to repeat the whole thing? You notice when Jesus he speak to the Jews, he don't quote for them the Torah, he quote for them a line, and he debate them about it. As an example, when Jesus he said to the Jews, what do you say of a Christ? They said he is the son of David. Now he did not go and quote the whole chapter speaking about that. He said to them, well, if he is the son of David, then why then David call him my God or my Lord or Jehovah? And the Lord, he said to my Lord. So you see here Jesus is quoting for them, but he did not quote the whole chapter and repeating the whole thing. He just asked a question, and from that question he got the answer, because we are speaking to people who knows already the scriptures very well. So the details, there's no need to repeat it. This is why sometimes people they say, okay, here it says that he will be called Emmanuel. Where this name is coming from? For those who they are very well versed, they will not be wondering where is the name, because they knew. But those who never heard, they never have the idea, then they will start doing research and study to find where this name is coming from. So for you as a person who is not very well versed, you wonder why here it says not the whole story as it mentioned in that story, because there's no need to repeat the same story twice. Same time, it's not in contradiction.
No, I wasn't saying that. Maybe it's not in contradiction, but I guess the point that I was making was that well, first of all, when it says in Luke, like for example, when we're talking about the Great Commission, it is slightly different. But I was looking into the authorship of the four Gospels, and it looks like Luke was a companion of Peter, I think, or a companion of Paul. I think he's a companion of Peter, but he wasn't actually he collected the stories, but he wasn't actually a witness, right?
My friend, regardless if he was a witness or not, we can go to details, but this will not make any difference. Let us say the book of Luke is gone. Let us say the book of Luke is not there. That will not change anything, because still the other Bibles are consistent, speaking about Jesus' crucifixion, what he taught, what he teach, what he said, what he did, and every one of them he present to us the story from his point of view by the inspiration of God. So Luke is just another one confirming what the rest are saying, not opposing, not saying the opposite. And at the same time, if just to make it more clear for you, if we have let me put something in the screen just to make it simple for you to understand. I'm sure you are smart. I'm not saying you will have difficulty, but just to help me in explanation of things. All right, I will put this picture in the screen, and I hope you will understand what I'm trying to say to you. Do you see the picture on the screen now?
I'm actually not on my laptop today to watch your show. I'm on my phone.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
about to work.
Anyway, I put a picture of a farm, you know, and in the farm there's many objects. There's a house, there is a stable, there is you know, many things for farmers. But if you ask four people to describe for you this picture, you will find everyone start describing from different corner, maybe, or he described the same picture but in different words. Is that correct?
Yes.
You will not even find them, even though they are describing the same picture, the same exact picture. You will not find them describe it exactly like each other, because everyone he sees something, the other one he don't see.
Okay.
And that because everyone, God, he gave him a gift. As an example, some of us, they are very great in details, and I think we have to agree in that, right?
Yes.
Some of us, we don't notice the details, we notice the big stuff. So some of us will notice, okay, here there's a big house, here there's a stable, I see where the etc. Here I see the maybe here they make wine. Here they store their goods. But there is someone he might notice that here there is little tiny thing which is to water the horses, to give water to the horses, and the rest they did not notice it. So from the God wisdom is that we have more than one writer, so we will not miss
Okay.
what
So
God is trying to say to us. Because remember, God is speaking to us in our language. The Messiah, he spoke using parables. You know what does that mean, right? So
yes,
he tell a
it's a
story. Why he is telling a story? Because we as a human, we are not really the genius we claim to be. Stories help us to understand what he want to say, but it's not the purpose. Correct?
yes.
The story is not the target. The target is to explain to you. So he always talked to them in parables so they might understand. And here we have four people doing their best by the inspiration of God to describe for you what happened and what was there.
Okay.
So when you
CP,
read the four, they complete each
yes.
other. They are not a copy of each other.
Okay. No, I'm totally with you on that. So I guess what I'm asking is, so do we know about the as far as the other three writers, meaning like Mark, Matthew, and John? So Matthew was the tax collector, right? Is that correct or no?
You see, I don't want to go in details. It doesn't matter if even if he is. Let us say you can assume the way you want. But if you want to go in details, maybe we can go in details about the four Bible. But for me, I have a topic which is Islam only. I
Sure.
advise you to go to Sam Shamoun. He give you he love to such a topic. But for me, uh, the best way to explain it to you is we are not limited to one book. For one book is the four book, which mean we have four books, but they are one. Because at the end of the day, the four books are speaking about one person, one story, one history, and one teaching. If we have books, they are in total contradiction with each other. Then those four books and four writers, obviously, they have nothing to do with each other. If I write a book now explaining the Bible, my explanation will be based on what those four writers they give me, not based on me. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So now we have four writers who they present to us the best of a Christianity and the best of the teaching of Jesus and the best what Jesus said and what his message is about. And then by having them all, we have a perfect image of who is Christ is. God, he have a wisdom, and the wisdom is that we have four writers, not one. For everybody, he see things in different way. But you will notice that all of them they see things, each one of them he have different point of view, but all of them they have the same view at the end of Jesus, who is he.
Mm-hmm.
So John, he don't differentiate with Luke and Mark, and like all the writers, they don't differentiate with each other about who is Jesus. All of them they report the same story, but each one of them based in what he knew and based in what he can present. Because you notice that John, as an example, is a high skilled, deep writer. He is deep in his writing. In the same time, we cannot say that John, because he's skilled, his book of John, we can say that he was inspired and he speak deeply. So we will find that the Bible is in stages. There's deep and deeper and deeper and deeper. So we have people who they are simple, we have people who they are more educated, we have people more educated, and we have people really highly educated. If you go and read what Paul he speak of, you will see Paul is a very high educated person. And
No question.
because of that, he's when we say educated, we don't talk about he have a PhD in physiology, or we're talking about a person who is very well versed, very well, he knows what the law, he knows what Judaism about, he know the book of the Torah, he knew the details, the deep details, and then we find his details match, or let us say his writing and his letters match with the guidance of the old message is not something new. It is a deep analyze and deep study. So here we go. We have the book of Acts as an example. Okay, why we have the book of Acts? Because the early Christians, same as everybody, they have a questions, and the questions need to be answered. But you will notice that all the answers does not contradict the older teaching. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So everything complete each other. That's why we have books, but the books are not really will not make it harder for you. Actually, it's the opposite. Will make it easier for you to understand.
Okay. CP, so you said to speak to Sam Shalmoon about that other issue?
You can ask, Sam Shamoun. I believe he will be happy to answer you. But in the same time, don't take it like, okay, why here it says, because if in the book of Luke is going to be saying exactly the same sentence in the book of John, then there's no need. There is no need for Luke, and there's no need for this one. And there's one book, that's it. It's the same as you are saying to me. Okay, why Uthman he burned the Quran?
Yep.
Okay, why? Because they are different. Obviously.
Yeah.
If they are the same book, then he will not burn them. But look here, we have different writers, but all of them they are consistent, and all of them they teach the same thing.
Okay.
And we did not burn them. We love them, we protect them, we preserve them, and we follow them.
Okay. All right, CP, I gotta get going, but I will call you again sometime. I love you, man.
All right,
thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Take care. All right. I thought he's a Muslim because his name is a Muslim in Skype, so but looked like he left Islam. Yeah, always we have we have to understand that things happen for a reason. When God he speak in the book of Genesis how he created the world, do you think really this is how God he created the world? If I want to describe for you how the eye of a mosquito function, I might need to write maybe 1,000 pages. Go and ask a guy who study to be an eye doctor how many books he did read in order to finish his degree and to be a doctor in the eye. It's just an eye, small tiny eye. So do you want God to write everything he wrote for us there? If an eye study, not how to make it, take years of writing. So if you ask God to write for you everything he said, everything he created, he will give us billions of books. The Bible is meant to make things simple to understand, not to make it complicated. All right? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my friend, go ahead.
Hi, CP. I'm a Christian, by the way, and I just wanted to ask you guys just one second time for me.
All right.
I'm from Germany.
Okay.
Yesterday I watched a video from you, or today it was, where you talked yesterday with a guy, and he converted to Islam. I think the title was about, what was it from the video yesterday? I don't know. It was 3.5 hours, and he converted on the end.
He became a Christian. He became a Christian.
Yes, he became a Christian.
Yeah.
And you mentioned something like when the Muslims go to the Kaaba, and the woman something with menstruation, but you didn't go further into it.
The women when they go to the to the Kaaba, sorry,
Yeah.
Because the black stone is the fertility stone. And where people they go and like if a woman she want to get a pregnant, what she do? She go when she have her period, because the period is when it's the proof that she is not pregnant, correct?
Okay.
Okay. So women who they are pregnant will not have their period. So what they do when they have their period, they go to the black stone and they touch their private part with their hand, and the blood will come in their hand from their period, and then will place their hand inside the vagina, which is the black stone. and they will ask the black stone or the god of the black stone to make them pregnant.
Damn, this is really disgusting.
And this is why supposedly the black stone used to be white like milk, but the sin of mankind made it black, because those people believe that when a woman she is not getting pregnant, obviously she commit a sin. That's mean God is cursing us, cursing her. So why she is not having a baby? Because obviously she did something wrong. So
yeah, but is there like, where do you get this from? Is it like
or
somewhere in the hadith or something?
no, from even from Islamic books, from tafsir, from history books. There's tons of reference.
This is disgusting, really.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point this out because I wanted to know some of it. I couldn't find nothing in the internet about it, but
Well, if you have my books, get the books 6 and Allah, and you will find the reference.
that's what I get for Christmas now.
All right, okay, all right. You will find a lot of reference.
Thank you,
Just
CP.
be
Thank you. I don't want to see
just
it,
be careful. Don't give it to a child.
No, I won't.
All right, my
Thanks,
friend.
CP.
Take care.
Nice
Bye-bye.
evening. Bye bye.
Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? I'm really happy that a lot of Muslims are leaving Islam because of our videos, and I believe it's not just because like we as a human, we have a kind of a problem. Sometimes we read, but we don't notice how silly stuff is. I will give you an example. We have 815 people watching right now, and I'm sure there's many Muslims. I want a Muslim to call me and to choose for me a chapter, and he challenged me to find something silly in it. You tell me any chapter you want, and I will show you how silly it is. You see how tough that challenge is? How are you, my friend?
Hi, CP. How are you?
I'm all right.
Glad to hear your voice again.
Thank you.
I just wanted to expound on or give some answers for that the Synoptic Gospels.
All right.
So I just wanted to tell the young man or the ex-Muslim that called in. So basically, the Synoptic Gospels, that's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They're like 4 witnesses. Say an incident happened, and the police come in and they want to find out what happened. They will talk to people that saw what happened, and these 4 people give different accounts or different perspectives, not different accounts, but different perspective of what happened. And it's kind of like there's a story of how does the blind man recognize an elephant. One of them says, touches the trunk and says, I touched something that looked like a snake. And one says, I touched something that was hard and firm but curved, which is the tusk. And someone says, I touched the tail. And another person says, I touched this huge body. And together, you bring all these pieces together to ascertain that, okay, this was indeed an elephant. So all these, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are given their perspective of the same incident that happened. And that's what we call a synoptic. Syn, which is not like S-I-N, but S-Y-N, means together, and optic means to see. So to see together, all these perspectives coming together to form the Synoptic Gospels.
And the more witnesses, the better. The more witnesses, and especially the witnesses, they are not in contradict with each other, they are completing each other. And obviously God, he have a wisdom in that. I don't believe this was a coincidence. It was God, he chose it to be this way, and it's proven to be perfect, because always I get more light on in the image by reading the other gospel and then the other gospel. So both 4 of them, they give us a perfect story about what happened. Yeah, it's for better, not for there's no confusion. It's for better.
Yes, another thing too is that in college, when you write a paper, you need to bring different how do you call it? You have to cite your sources, and when you write a scholarly journal or scholarly paper, no professor will grade it if you only have your own viewpoint. when you write a paper, they want to see references. And when you have all these references agreeing to your point, that is what makes your point stronger. So if we want to put the Bible and the Quran, the Bible has so many authors that are pointing to the same and agreeing on the same thing, whereas the Quran only has one author. And that is, in any academic circle, that is unacceptable, because you cannot write any scholarly material that will be deemed true when has only one perspective. It has to, when you have multiple authors, leading thinkers, or agreeing that what you're saying is the same, that's where it is considered accurate and true.
Yeah. Well, thank you for calling to explain. And at the end of the day, if you read like every gospel of the four, you will find that the Messiah speak to you there, and this is what is beautiful about the books, because after 2,000 years, I can read the Gospel of John or Luke or Mark, etc., and still I will find the Messiah speaking to me there, not John speaking to me.
Mm-hmm.
It is very refreshing. It's very beautiful. It's very deep, and it's very personal. This is something we cannot
Yes.
find in the Quran. The Quran is just a recitation of something plain, not smart. There's no conjunction. There's no connection between the words. The Muslims, they are proud about an Arabic language, which they themselves do not understand, which is very funny. And they don't care for the meaning as much they care for what people say, that this is a perfect Arabic. When we the Arab, we laugh at it. Even the Arab in the time of Muhammad, he says we can make better than this. Come on, what are you talking about? So what the Muslims are proud about is something silly, and what we are proud about is something so beautiful. When
Yes.
you read the Bible, you feel that you are the one who is the Lord speaking to you. It's something very personal. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a story you are reading about someone. You feel that you are in the story, and the story
Mm-hmm.
is about you. When you go and read any of the parable of Jesus, you will see you fit there.
Yep. That's why they say the Bible, the Word of God, is active. It's sharper than any two-edged sword. We have the logos, which is a spoken word, and we have the rhema, which is a speaking word, which still continues to speak to this day. And that's the word in season. When you read a specific verse, it's like, oh, this was just written for me for this particular moment, because it's God breath. That's what we call inspiration. Inspiration means to spire, which is what we have as expiration and inspiration. Is inspiration. It means God breathed His word out, and that word is active and always speaking to us, even to this day.
All right. Well, thank you, my friend, for calling.
All right,
And
God
I hope
bless you,
the
man.
Muslim will have different, better understanding. At the same time, the best way to understand Jesus, talk to him.
Yes,
He is a
exactly.
he is a living God.
Yes.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling.
All right, God bless. Bye.
Bye-bye. When the Muslim, they say to us that the Quran is an amazing book, and the Arab, they were like, wow, how he can do that? Is it really what happened? The Quran get them busted. The Quran get them busted. Uh, the Arab in the time of Muhammad, they made fun of Muhammad, and not only that, they said to him, if we want, we can write better. Read with me. And when the Quran, like the Muslim funny translation, they say the communication. What communication? When our Quran is recited to them, that was, hold on, please, hold on. Let me finish this idea.
Okay.
I will call you back. Give me a minute. I will give you back.
RCP.
All right. When the Quran is recited for them, they say, well, we can come with better than this, and we can make the same as this. Let us go to the translation first. Let us change the translation, because Muslim translation is very funny. The Quran became communication. Suddenly the Quran became communication. It's not Quran no more. All right. chapter 8 verse number 31. When our Quran, look again, our signs, what signs? When our Quran are researched to them, they say, we have heard this before. If we wished, we could say words like these. However, this is nothing but the fairy tales of the ancient. Do you see it? The Muslim, they say to us, when the Arab, they could not make Quran like this. The Arab like, wow, this is crazy. Here we go. They are saying to him in front of his face, we can do the same. What is that? And all what you are giving us is just a bunch of fairy tale stories. So they did not find the language something perfect. Normal people, they say we can come with the same thing, and they made fun of it. They say this is nothing but a bunch of fairy tales. Nobody was amazed, but they were amused. How funny, how stupid it is. Call me, Doris, bro. You can call me. Just I wanted to finish this idea here before we, we hear you. Call me again. Do you see it, Muslims? Say to them, this is the truth from Allah. Remember how they say it. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, my friend, go ahead.
ACP, am I loud and clear?
You are fine.
Okay. A couple things when that guy, when he called a while ago, the ex-Muslim, kind of dovetails with something I wanted to ask you for the last couple of days.
Okay.
I've seen him and other Muslims, I should say recent ex-Muslims, they kind of try to look at Christianity like they look at Islam. Like that guy says, well, I've heard enough. I'm convinced that Islam is false. I know that. But then how do you know that Christianity is true? And then he starts to ask questions about the Bible, kind of split hairs. Well, Matthew says this, but in Luke it's different word. It's worded differently. Before we go into all of that, I want to say that, you should not look at Christianity like that. In Christianity, the foundational claim is Jesus, the life, doings, teachings of Jesus. And the Bible, the books of the Bible came after that. Whereas in the Quran, the central claim is the Quran. The Quran is this miracle that was literally spoken verbatim by God. That's the founding claim. So when you try to examine the two faiths, you look at it differently, With the Quran, since there's only theoretic, I mean, we know it's false, but the claim that there's only one.
But I understand his logic, because he is not a Christian anyway. See, we as a Christian, we cannot say you should, but we can say you better try to see it in a certain way and try to read them all so you can get a better understanding. As long as they are not in contradiction with each other, then there's no problem with having the four. The four, they complete the picture for us, and obviously there's a reason for those four to be exist. And why the Christian, they did not continue and write 5 and 6 and 7 and 8? You know what I mean? So
yeah, right.
Otherwise, they can. I mean, here we go. Like Jesus, he have 12 apostles.
Yeah, right. We understand that, but the thing is, though, because there's an actual event, it's actually the life of Jesus. By the way, the answer to his question is Jesus. You look at Jesus and you see how he performed in history, and you ask yourself, what is he? You had it right when you said that. The people, they try to say, well, Muslims say, well, I can't believe that Jesus is, I can't believe Jesus is God, they say. And you say, well, I can't believe that Jesus is just a man.
Yeah, because simply, yeah. You see, if you want to base in your to confirm what you believe based on the Bible, and there is a confirm what you believe in what Jesus did in actual life too. So if you want to tell me that Jesus, let us say the Muslim, they try to make us believe that Jesus was just a prophet. Okay, a prophet. Why he needed? And the Muslim, they claim that all the miracles Jesus he have is given by Allah. Okay, why Allah he gave him all those miracles? Obviously, those miracles did not succeed to make us believe him that he is a prophet. They succeed to make us believe he's God.
Right. Right. Well, and if you look at Jesus, like you look at what the witnesses to Jesus say that Jesus claimed about himself. And then you look at the miracles he did behind that. You know, the idea that he is just a prophet is just, that's probably the most false thing you can say about him. For him to say this stuff, and then for him to say this kind of stuff, it's blasphemous. He is actually outright evil unless he's telling you the truth.
Yeah, like when he said, like in John 5:18, you know, the Jews right away in the spot, they said to him, who's this person? He's making himself equal to God.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's making himself equal to God. I mean, as simple as that.
Right.
And the Muslim, they say to us, where Jesus said, I'm God, worship me. Well, the people who witness him in his lifetime, this is why they want to kill him. Actually, why Jesus was being taken to the cross.
Right. You know, so but then when you look at, so when you have it in your head that it's about Jesus, then you see that it's about his footprint that he left in history, which is bigger than just the Bible itself. I mean, now the Bible is a valid part of history. It's historically significant and reliable, but there are actually traces and things of Jesus that are bigger than that. You know, like, where did the church come from? Okay, if Jesus is not who he says he is, if there is no Jesus or he's not God, then why are all these people in the church sacrificing their lives for it? Why? How do you answer that question?
Yeah,
You have to explain.
they not only they sacrifice their life. I mean, you see, I can say I'm sacrificing my life, spending my time here, but there's a huge difference between what I'm doing, sitting behind my computer, and I have a cup of coffee or tea in front of me, and compared to myself to Peter and to Paul, and what happened to them, and the torture and the death and the killing. You see, this is a real sacrifice. This is not those people. They were paying their life literally. You know. It's not just the people who they are going in the street and have a comfort zone. They have a nice car, they have nice houses, they receive donation from people they support them. It's the opposite. People, they throw rocks at them. People, they want to torture them. People, they are running after them. People want to kill them. They are disgraced, disrespected, humiliated wherever they go. People hate them. People, they are in the hunt. It's like you are outlaw today, and everybody is looking for you. Everybody, literally, the police, the government, the king, the soldiers, the court, the people, the street, everybody is looking for you. Why you want to do that? Why those people, they are paying? I mean, they are not. You see, when the Muslim, they say to you, Paul, he said, if my lies, you know, what he was saying, if I am lying, I mean, what kind of lies will make me be tortured? I mean, you know,
right? Why would he do that? I mean, lies don't run like that. You know, people tell lies because the lie benefits them.
Right. So what is the benefit of my lies to me? I mean, you are saying to me I'm lying. Okay, what kind of lies? I'm getting nothing from it except being tortured, killed, you know, discriminated, and at the end I'm losing my life.
Right, when they could have simply said, I don't believe it. And
you know, Paul is a Roman citizen. Paul is a Roman citizen, and he was an officer, right? So obviously he's a person who had a good life. Why he want to leave everything behind and go and have such a life?
The only answer can be is that he saw it. He's telling you the truth. He saw what he says he saw. You know, and the other witnesses, they saw what they said they saw as witnesses. The footprint there, it had to happen. You know, and that's the thing. So the simple answer to it, the direct answer to his question is John 1:18. You know, no man has seen God at any time, but the only begotten Son is in the bosom of the Father. He has declared, exegeted him. He unfolded him. So you try to see God outside of Jesus, you fail every time. You have to do that. When you do that, you look and you see, okay, Jesus leaves a footprint that is bigger than just the Bible itself. There's so many things that there's just things in history that you cannot explain unless Jesus is who he says he is. There's just so much data. I mean, even, you know, the little scraps. I heard you mention the other day, and I saw like the guy in China, you know, the report of like the long eclipse in China, you know, right around 30 AD. I mean, that it's not a Christian writing. It's just matter of fact thing, talking about something else. But that kind of stuff, you see that all throughout history. So that's the answer.
All right, my friend.
And so likewise, when you apply the same standard to Muhammad, like when you just the question you just asked about the Peter, why would I lie to get tortured and this and that? Why would I tell a lie to say this? You ask that question of Muhammad, why would you tell this lie? 13 wives.
Yeah, why Paul did not do what Muhammad did? Why Paul he did not say, give me money, give me your wives, you know, any woman she want to give herself to Paul, you know?
Yeah. You look at Muhammad and you can see how he would directly benefit from people believing that he's prophet.
Yeah, like any scam, you know, when a scam come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to ask you
All right.
a couple days ago. Had you ever thought about looking at Muhammad historically? Have you ever considered the possibility that he might have been a puppet of other political powers around him at the time?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean? Can you say again?
You know how you look at countries, how you have kind of like a false king, you know, one guy, he's out front and he's the king, he's wearing the crown.
Okay.
But you have other people behind him really pulling the strings.
Okay.
You know. And so I look at Muhammad and it's like, obviously there are gaps in the history as to how he amassed that much power and that much time and, you know, the Quran, all that kind of thing, that there are historical gaps there.
No, you see, Islam did not become powerful in the time of Muhammad, actually. Islam became powerful after Muhammad died. Muhammad in his time was able only to control his territory. He was not able, as an example, Muhammad, he prepared himself to go and attack the Roman, but he was not able to succeed. The success happened after Muhammad he died. You know, when the children of Bani Umayyah, who they are war warrior, they took over the caliphate. They are the one who spread Islam the way we witness. It was not Muhammad who was successful. However,
you said you call them children of Umayyah? Bani
Umayyah, yeah, the Umayyad Khalifa. This is why they call them Umayyah, because their grandfather is Umayyah. So, you know, Muhammad, and the story of Muhammad, all of it actually, there's nothing there. I mean, the details is very disconnected. You see, like the same when we talk to Muslims about Muhammad, he knows how to write, how to read. There's no confirmation of that. Muslims, they are guessing about everything about Muhammad. This is why the books of Sirah, if you ask Muslims, what is the story about Muhammad? Who is Muhammad? They will say the only reference we have is the Sirah. Okay, the Sirah is biography written, it have a collection of stories, and the Muslims themselves, they are confused what to take and what not to take. And even the one who wrote those biography, they said from the beginning, there is many stories which does not fit with the prophet, we delete it, we did not even write it. So we do not know, maybe the stories there who they deleted, it was real stories, and the one which is not deleted is the fake story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because who is the one who making decision? They were not the witnesses, they never been there, they never saw Muhammad, they never met Muhammad. So we have people writing history about Muhammad who do not know Muhammad. Hadith is the same. Hadith is a collection of as an example, Bukhari. Who is al-Bukhari? The most important books for Muslim Sunni after Quran is al-Bukhari. But the Bukhari never met Muhammad and never was Muhammad, and he's not even an Arab. So how al-Bukhari became a witness? You know,
he wasn't there. Yeah,
a witness who saw nothing.
Because the question I've got in my mind is, it looks like somebody else waging war and conquering and things like that, and using Muhammad as kind of a prop, you know, to give their people license to follow them, but they keep adding legends and adding different stories about Muhammad in order to justify whatever idea that they're trying to advance at the time. That's what I mean when I say a puppet.
You see, the thing I agree upon, that we do not know really who is Muhammad, because obviously Muhammad is not the name of a person which can be identified as a person. Muhammad is a title, is not a name. So until we find who is that one who they call him Muhammad, then we can find out who is that person. You know what I mean? It's like the Quran say the man with the two horns. If you ask the Muslims, who is this guy, the man with the two horn, which the Muslim, the Quran speak of? Everyone, he give you his own tafsir, his own interpretation. But the Quran says the man with the two horn. Okay, who is he? No answer. The Pharaoh. Who is the Pharaoh? There's many pharaohs. You know, if we go, we check when the Bible speak about Pharaoh, we know the name of the Pharaoh. The Bible mentioned the name of the Pharaoh, but the Quran mentioned the Pharaoh. Okay, which Pharaoh? There's many pharaohs. Which one?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, how we will know now this story happened to who and when? We do not know. There's no. The Quran is a very, I mean, a book is like inside the buried by sand, and you try your best to wipe the sand away, but the more you wipe, the more sand come over it, and you know, because every line there is a mystery. It's stupid. It does not make sense.
Right.
Uh,
Right. It's complicated.
the story of the seven sleepers. Who are those seven sleepers, and why it's the story is there? You know,
Yeah.
what the purpose of this story? We go and we check. We find that this story is something have to do with the fiction story written by a Christian bishop in Syria.
Yeah. And we
And
know who he is.
yeah, the seven sleepers very well known. So Muhammad, you know, Muhammad's story itself about God does not make sense. The one who gave us the story, it cannot be one person, because there's a collection of stories coming from everywhere, and most of them
Right.
they are fiction stories.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, because just looking at it, you know, and thinking about it, like how you say you're trying to put yourself in the person's shoes and look out at the time. You know, his wives don't make sense to me. You know, if you just think about it, if you were in that position and you were willing to do the stuff he's willing to do, so you're willing to attack villages, take their stuff, take their women, take sex slaves, you know, you're willing to command a friend of yours to give you his 6-year-old daughter for marriage. If you had that kind of power, why would you do that? You know, Aisha was the only virgin that he had, allegedly. You know, I can't see somebody with that kind of power only taking women that, you know, that had been married by other men.
No,
things like
he
that.
have girls
It
who they are
doesn't
not
add up.
virgin. No, he have many girls they are not virgins, but none of them are wife except Aisha.
Oh, no. That,
He got many
wait a minute. You
slaves.
said, hold on.
girls.
You said he had many girls that are virgins or are not virgins.
Virgins, but they are slaves. You know, he can remember he captured many women. I mean, Muhammad, imagine one caliphate, he have 10,000 women just for belly dancing,
Okay.
which means they are just a beautiful women just for sex and dancing, you know. So, and the rest, the old ones, they put them in the kitchen, you know, in the palace. So if those are the caliphate, what about Muhammad himself? So he have a lot of virgins who he raped, but as a wife recorded by history, it is Aisha is the only wife as a virgin.
Right. And
But
it, like,
the
it seems odd.
stories Muslim report to us, Muhammad, he don't like women who they are not virgin. Do you remember the story of the guy who he asked him, who you did marry, a virgin or a widow? He said to him, a widow. So he said,
Right.
why you don't get a young virgin so you can sport with her and she sport with you? So obviously Muhammad, as a person, he don't like to marry
Old women.
or to sleep with women who they are not even virgins. Not only they are not old, they have to be young and they have to be virgin. So, and you know, when he is advising the man to do so, obviously, like if I advise you, if I say to you, why I ask you, why you, what did you marry? You said to me, I married. Okay, what you married a virgin or a widow? And you said to me, or previously married. You say, no, it's not a virgin, you know. And then I say to you, why you do that? Why you do that? Why you don't do this? It's mean this is what I want. This is what I like. You see, my advice meant to be, this is what I think is the right thing to do. So Muhammad, by expressing his advice, he expressed his desire that women who they
Right.
are, or the young children are the best to sleep with.
Right. You know, it just, but like I said, just I think about it, you know, if I knew Muhammad at the time, you know, and he's spending all that time on Aisha, if he's basically, if I knew him at the time, if he was, you know, my chum next door, you know, hey, we just attacked this village and whatever, we did that. and he says to me, you know, I'm going to take another wife. This girl here, she's 6. You know, I'd be like, Mo, what you doing? I mean, you don't have any male heirs. You know, you have access to all these women in the village. You need somebody that's young and able to have kids right now. Why would he do that? It's like it doesn't add up. We're missing something. You know.
Anyway, you see, not only Muhammad, you see the ethic of Muhammad is bad. The ethic of his God is more ugly. It's in like because remember, the Muslims, they say the Quran is the book of God and everything there is coming from God. You will find not only Muhammad. If Allah is the one saying any Muslim woman she want to give her private part to Muhammad, I mean, who is this? Who is the bad person here, Muhammad or Allah? Obviously, both are the same. They are partners. Allah, he worked for the benefit of Muhammad. Allah, he make verses saying if Allah is a true God, let us say that assume that Allah is a true God, does it exist, and then Allah, he says any Muslim woman she want to give her private part to the Prophet. Obviously, this God, he's a servant for Muhammad. He worked for his benefit, and especially his money and his sexual desire. So obviously, the God of Islam is a fiction God made by the size of Muhammad. It's like a tailor, you know, a tailor. He make something fit for you. So Muhammad, he created a God which exists before him, but he used his name to fit with him and his needs.
Right. Well, yeah, because like the one with Zainab, more than that, where he told not Zainab, Mary the Cop, he told his wives he wasn't going to sleep with her anymore.
Yeah. Then he made a verse says Allah told me why you are doing that.
Yeah. Why are you denying yourself, Muhammad?
Yeah.
I mean, I made that lawful for you, man. What are you doing?
No, what happened? Simple. You know, after he made the promise, he felt bad for why I did that. How I can break it now? I want to sleep with her, man. She is beautiful. So what I will do now?
She's here too.
Okay, you know? So I will make a verse, and Allah is ready. You know, I will make a verse says Allah told me. So can they say no? And if they say no, Allah and Jibreel and the believers and the angels all will back him up.
Yeah, all that. All that.
All right, my friend.
Because he don't want to sleep with the girl.
Thank you for calling. Let us see if we can get one more Abdul before we go.
You got to see, Pete.
Right, bye-bye. Thank you. Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Do we have any Muslim would like to call? Any Abdul? Who is a Muslim would like to call us? You see, I would like to hear a Muslim before we finish for today calling me and show me one good thing or anything to prove to us that it is possible that Islam is coming from God. Anything. It's possible. Anyone can show me. Until now, I could not find anything to make Islam possible to be even true. I mean, a true story. Let's say, forget about a true God, true story. I don't see anything there is true in those stories. All the stories in the Quran does not make sense. As an example, you know, we believe there is a person, his name Adam. The Quran speak about Adam, but Adam in the Quran is a very funny person. The story of Adam in the Quran is very silly. I cannot find in the story of Adam in the Quran anything except silly, stupid story. The first thing Adam he did when Allah he created him, he sneezed. You remember? The first thing he did, he sneezed. And the first thing he did, he said, Alhamdulillah. And then when Adam he commits sin, he asked Allah for forgiveness. He lifted his head up when he was creating him, and he saw the name of Muhammad and the name of Allah in the chair of Allah. So now what we learned, that the first thing Allah he did when he got his chair from the delivery, he started writing his name and the name of Muhammad. The God who created the universe and all this massive universe, He is busy writing the name of Muhammad in his chair. Silly stories, stupid stories. You know, the Muslim, they try to say to us that we worship a God, his name is Allah, but the fact everything lead us that Muslim, they worship a man, his name is Muhammad. You see, when the Muslim, they debate you, they say to you, as an example, without mentioning the name of the kid, he was debating a Christian person. He said to him, the book of John, written 90 years after Jesus. 90 years after the birth of Jesus. But he accept yet 600 years book written by a person he never met Jesus. He don't even know the name of Jesus. He can't even pronounce it correctly. He have a name of a guy, his name is Isa. Who is Isa? We do not know. This is the hypocrisy style of Islam. They say we don't accept the book of Christianity because it's written 30 or 40 years after Jesus, but they accept a book written about Christianity or speaking about Christianity 600 years after Jesus. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, my friend.
Hello, Christian Prince. I'm just trying to find the speaker. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I just discovered your channel about a month ago,
Okay.
and I'm really pleased. God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
I'm actually learning a lot from you, and I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness. So I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, but left the religion. But there's something that I've been asking Muslims for years to explain to me, and I wonder if you have time, if you can just help me understand something.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Every time I asked them if Muhammad was illiterate, they tell me that the Quran says he was, but I can't understand it because he was a merchant, and I find it very hard to believe that someone that was a merchant can be illiterate. Someone that does import export, for example. And I don't know what answer, what explanation to give or how to give it, because they're not really, I don't find that there's a truthful answer that they're giving me. It's just basically, well, the Quran says he was and he was.
No, the Quran never said that he was illiterate. The Quran speak about him illiterate about the God book. You see, the Muslims are people who they are pagan, and Muhammad was trying to copy from the Jews. The Jews, they call those who they are Gentile. They call him Gentile, which means they are illiterate. They are illiterate about what? About God. They worship wrong God. So the illiteracy is something Muhammad, he tried to copy the Jews. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 78, it says that then there among them some literate people who have no knowledge of the book. So who is the one is literate? Is the one who don't have knowledge of the book. The Quran itself is giving us a definition for that. But the Muslims, because they are disconnected people and they try to guess, as scholars before, they said to them the Prophet was illiterate, so everybody says okay, copy paste, he was illiterate. But the Quran confirmed that illiteracy, this is a book of religion, not the book of science, supposedly. So illiteracy is you being illiterate about God and you don't have a book of God. This is why the Quran call the Christians and the Jews people of the book, and call non-Christians and Jews illiterate. So anyone who is following Christianity or Judaism is not illiterate, and there's no way that all the Christians and all the Jews, they knew how to write, how to read. If you go in the Quran chapter 3 verse number 20, it says, and for if they remonstrate with you, tell them, I have surrendered my whole being to Allah, so have those who follow me, and ask the people of the book, as well as the one who follow no heavenly scriptures. But the fact in the Arabic it says al-ummiyin, which mean illiterate. If we change the translation or the translator, we will find the following. This is why when you try to read learn about Islam following or reading translations, it's funny and it's stupid.
So was Muhammad illiterate himself? Could he not read and write?
No,
Did the get did,
no. The
did,
Quran, the Quran confirmed one thing, that Muhammad was illiterate about God, which means he was not a believer. He was
oh,
not a
okay.
believer. He's illiterate. He don't have a book. He is not following the book of the Jews. He is not following any of the books, and this is why he is illiterate. As you see here, this is, I'm showing you the verses. Chapter 3, verse number 20.
Thank you.
It says, "Those who have a book and those who they are illiterate." Do you see it? So the Quran itself give us the definition. Who is the one called and why he was called? People of the book, because they have a book, and people who they are illiterate because they don't have a book. Is not about knowing how to write, how to read. All right.
So why did then the angel Gabriel force him? He said that I didn't know how to recite it. Or
You see, this is another stupid example of how the Muslims are disconnected. The Arabic Muhammad, he says, "Ma ana biqari." He did not say I cannot read. He said what I shall read. Anyone who speak Arabic, he should understand that. But as I said, people, they are copy paste. Ma ana biqari, what I shall read. Because the angel came to him, he did not say I cannot read. That's a lie. This is a false translation.
thank you.
Here you see, when the angel came to him, he says, فأخذني فغطني حتى بلغ مني الجهد ثم أرسلني فقال اقرأ. He said to him, read. Now here you notice, if the angel is saying to him, read, and Muhammad do not know how to read, that means the angel is stupid. Right? Because
Yes.
I am an angel of God, and the one who is saying to me to say to you that is God. Is not even the angel himself saying that, because the angel is just saying what God told him to say. So
I have a Quran. So can you tell me where that verse was, where the angel told him chapter
no,
and
this
verse?
is not Quran. This is
Oh.
hadith. Yeah, this is hadith.
Hadith.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is hadith. So he came to him and he said to him, read. And the Muslim, they translate sometimes the word read as recite, but this cannot be true, because why Muhammad he says I cannot recite? This is stupid. What being illiterate have to do with not I cannot recite? You know what I mean? Recite is repeating something first in your memory, is not repeating after me. Because you cannot recite unless you know already what to recite. What recite is something, if you go to dictionary right now and check out what recite mean, you will find recitation is something you memorize,
Correct. Yeah.
not repeating. So why Muhammad saying I cannot, look what he is, how stupid the translation is. I was oppressed and then he left me off and he said to me recite. So to which I replied, I am not literate. What does have to do with recitation? You just said that. He just said to you one word. He said recite, and you just said recite again. To make it simple for you, imagine I say to you say hummus, and then you say to me I cannot say hummus. He just said to him one word. He did not say to him a sentence. He did not say to him a book. He just said to him the word iqra. So Muhammad, he said to him, ma ana biqari. The Muslim, they translate, I cannot say qari. You just said that. So it's a stupid understanding, stupid explanation, and anyone he have a little brain, he can find out easy. But the problem is when you as a person, you are reading, you don't know Arabic, and then you read this stupid translation, and then you take it as it is. But even if you go deep, you will find this does not make sense, because if somebody says to me recite, why I should say I cannot recite? Anyone can recite after me. Or repeat, and say repeat. If I say to you hummus, potato, tomato, okay, say it again. Hummus, potato, tomato. Okay, this is what Muhammad did duty actually all his life. He was doing hummus, potato, tomato. The angel, he says something to him. Muhammad, he say exactly what the angel say. That's it. So what do you mean he don't recite? And why the angel, he squeezed him again, and he said to him recite again. He did not say recite. He said to him iqra. Muhammad, he said ma ana biqari, what I shall read. Then the angel, he squeezed him again and said to him iqra. He said to him, what I shall read. So he spent that day saying to him, read, not I cannot read, what I shall read. And then the story became so funny and so stupid, because at the end of the day, after 3 times of squeezing, did Muhammad understand what the angel want? No. Did Muhammad learn how to read? No. And let us assume that Muhammad do not know how to read, and Allah saying to him 3 times read. If Allah is a true God, even if Allah saying that to a donkey, the donkey will be able to read, because God saying that. You know, when Jesus said, like, imagine Jesus said to the blind man, see, and the blind man, he did not see. So Jesus, he said to him, see again. And the blind man, he did not see. And Jesus said to him, see again. And still the blind man, he cannot see. And the blind keeps saying to him, I cannot see, man, I cannot see. And then she said to him, and he squeezed him, see, like, you idiot, see. And the guy, he cannot see. And then the guy, he go home and still he cannot see. So what the point of saying to him, see?
Mm.
You see
Yeah,
here the
that's like-
translation. Look, the same story, the translation changed. When he cut me, I said to him, I do not know how to read. This is false. See, sometimes they say, I cannot recite. Sometimes they say, I cannot read, because they are very confused. And, you know, this is a very stupid cult.
So when a Muslim says, Muslim says to me, in the Quran, it says that Gabriel could, the angel Gabriel forced him in, and then he recited it. Really, in Arabic, that's not what it's saying. You're saying, isn't it?
The angel, he said to him, supposedly read. You know, hold on, we have a Muslim is calling. Let's see what you want to say. Hello.
Oh,
Yes, Isa, you call me. What do you want to say?
hello.
I hear you. Go ahead, Isa. What do you want to say?
Yeah. So, so you do believe that the angel Gabriel did come to Muhammad and communicate to him?
No, I don't believe in that. I'm reading your story. This is what Muhammad told you.
Well, you said when the angel came to him, he didn't say, I
What?
couldn't read. He said, what should I read? So you said, so you do believe that he came to him?
I'm explaining to you your story, my friend. It's you who do not understand your story. Your prophet told you a story. You Muslim don't understand it. I believe that Muhammad saw no one. He heard no one. He is a person who is fabricating stories, and he's a false prophet. And you know that.
So who helped him in all those victories that he won in all those wars?
What victories? What war have to do? Does that mean Alexander the Great, he must be God? Alexander the Great, hold on. Are you saying to me that Alexander the Great, he was God?
Where's Alexander the Great's followers right now? Does
Where,
he have the
where,
billion followers right now?
where is the followers of Muhammad right now?
1 billion plus.
Okay, hold on.
Where's Alexander the Great's followers?
Okay. So you are accusing your prophet to be a liar.
What are you talking about?
Because your prophet, he said that Muslims will be the minority in the world. Does that mean that Muhammad is a false prophet? Because based on,
I want to know
if
why
your
did
prophet
Jesus
said,
help
if
him?
your prophet said,
Because
okay, hold on. The Quran confirm saying that those who follow Jesus, they will be the victorious until the judgment day. Is that correct?
yes, that's true.
Okay, so the Quran confirmed that those who follow Jesus, they will be victorious. Jesus himself. Where
Jesus
are
was
they?
Muslim, and his followers are
Okay.
Muslim.
Let us go with you. Still, it's going to be following Jesus, not following Muhammad. Not following Muhammad. The Quran says those who follow Jesus. So where are those who follow Jesus according to Islam?
Did Jesus help him with those victories?
My
that he
friend,
attained?
don't change the topic. Where those who follow Jesus?
This was the first question.
No.
First question I asked you.
No. I'm
I'll
asking
answer your
you.
question when you answer mine.
You said the victory proving Muhammad to be a prophet of God. First of all, your prophet
I'm
did not
saying
have a victory.
if you're saying Jesus is God,
Hmm.
why would he help someone who is, according to you, a false prophet and not spreading the correct religion?
No, my friend, it's not God who helped him. The Bible says that God, he will let the sun raise upon the evil and the good ones. So and Jesus, he said, time will come and people will be killing you thinking they are doing favor to God, which means you will be able to kill me, but does not make you victorious. So you kill me, but that will make you a loser, and I will be victorious. I
So
kill
why
you,
didn't Jesus send
I
a
kill
prophet
you,
to
I
Arabia?
kill you, I kill you. That will make me a loser, and that will make you not a victorious. So you know, obviously,
why did Jesus send
okay, hold on. Obviously, you as a Muslims, you have a wrong understanding who is victorious. You think victorious is the one who kill, not the one who is peaceful. Christianity have
No,
different.
my question is why would God give victory to a false prophet and
Okay, hold on.
make
I will
his book
go
and
by you.
I
Okay.
didn't finish.
Okay.
And he preserved his book
and he preserved his grave, and he preserved his religion.
Let's see if this
Why
is
would he
true.
do all this to a false prophet?
Okay, we will see if this is true or not. First of all, your God did not give him victory because your God proved Muhammad to be false. Read with me carefully. This is your prophet, and this is Sahih Bukhari. Your prophet saying that he ate poison and he was killed by the poison. Do you agree?
No, I don't agree with that.
Okay, that means your prophet is lying. Thank you very much. So
No, it
Muhammad, he
does not
said,
mean he was
okay,
lying.
but this is Sahih Bukhari. The Bukhari is saying that Muhammad, he died by poison and he was suffering badly. And here look what he said. The prophet in his element of death, which he died, used to say, "O Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar. And at this time, I feel as my aorta is being cut from that poison." That's wonderful. Now, who is the one saying that? This is Muhammad, and this is Sahih Bukhari. You cannot deny it. You can deny it, no problem, because you are ashamed of it. But look what happened here. You said that Allah, he preserved the book of Muhammad, correct? Let us see what is preserved about this story. Allah in the Quran said, if Muhammad is inventing Quran, I'm going to cut his artery. And this is exactly how Muhammad died. If we go in the Quran in chapter 69, verse number 64, it says the following. You can read it from the verses before it. If the messenger, if Muhammad were to invent any saying in our name, who is the one who's talking? Supposedly Allah. So Allah is making a threat that if Muhammad is to invent anything in my name, verse number 44, what Allah will do? We should certainly seize him by his right hand. Verse number 46, and we should certainly cut off his artery of his heart. And this is exactly how your prophet died. Now here we go. Your God Allah, he preserved the Quran to prove to us, and he preserved the hadith to prove to us that Muhammad is a false prophet who was inventing in his name. What do you say?
So you do believe that the Quran was revealed by Allah to Muhammad? Because that what you're reading is the Quran, which is revealed from Allah to Muhammad. So you're saying you believe that?
Let me answer you. I believe that Muhammad, he fabricated a lie, but he never thought his lie is going to get him busted. So he fabricated a lie saying that
So
if
how
I
can
am
you use as a
lying,
proof
okay,
then?
hold on, this is the proof. If the one who said that is Allah according to you, not according to me. According to me,
So it's not from
Muhammad,
Allah.
hold on, Muhammad, he fabricated a lie. He thought he will never die this way. And he said, well, if I am inventing in the name of Allah, Allah is going to cut my artery. And then time come, and what happened exactly, what he said exactly happened to him, which means Muhammad, he got himself busted. And I believe maybe that my Lord, he made it happen this way to get Muhammad busted. So Muhammad, he fabricated a lie saying, if I am lying, Allah will cut my aorta. And Allah told me that. Here we go, let me show you. Here we go. Allah in the Quran in chapter 69 said, if I am inventing anything, he will cut my artery. And then Muhammad, he died, and he is the one who described exactly how he's dying. He said, it is cutting my artery.
So what's a worse death? To die the death that Muhammad died, which you claim. I didn't know they did autopsies back then, but you claim that the artery was cut. He said, I still feel the effects as if. As if. There's a big difference. As if. It's like. Like it's cutting my artery. But anyway, whatever the point is, what's worse? To die the death of Muhammad, or peace be upon him, or to die crucified?
You see, you are running away from the topic to change about which is worse.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
You see, no, the death of Muhammad is the death of Muhammad is worse because he died 4 years dying from poison, 4 years suffering. Everything he swallow, he throw, he vomit. So this is a very slow, painful death. And read with me carefully. Read with me carefully. It says that Muhammad in his death element, he said, and he used to say, not only once, he used to say, "Oh Aisha, I still feel the pain caused by the food I ate at Khaybar." And Muhammad, he died about 4 years after Khaybar. At this time, I feel as if my aorta is being cut off. And remember, Muhammad, when a guy, he came to him and he said to him, my brother, he have a problem in his stomach. He said to him, go and tell him to drink honey. The guy, he came second time, still he is sick. Third time, fourth time. So Muhammad, he screamed at him. He said, your prophet's stomach is lying, and Allah told the truth. So when Muhammad, he described even the sickness of someone he did not even meet, he claimed that Allah told him that. How about he himself speaking about his sickness and why he died? So you think that Muhammad was telling the truth about what was hurting the guy who he did not even see, and he claimed that Allah is the one who told him what is his problem, but Allah did not tell him the problem of himself?
Okay, first of all, Muhammad died after the verse came, where Allah said that today I have completed your religion for you and perfected it, and have chosen Islam as a religion for you. So his mission was complete. He had totally conquered all of Arabia and brought everyone to worship one God. And his book was complete. So you're saying this is a worse death than to be nailed to a cross, humiliated between two thieves, which are blood coming out of your arms.
Look at this guy.
You're saying that the God.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Let me finish.
You see, we are not talking about the worst death or who is better death. Your prophet, he died like a rat, literally by poison, not by being killed. Secondly, hold on. Secondly, we are talking what is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet. You said he was victorious. Obviously, he was not victorious. Because Muhammad he claimed Jesus he told them before they capture him that you will deny me, you will betray me, you will do this. He knew everything. So and he said nobody can take myself from me. I lay myself down. So this is not a victory for the enemy. Jesus himself, he lay himself down. So you have a very false understanding of Christianity, and you have a false argument about your prophet, because you are the one who claimed that the victory of Muhammad because his Quran is preserved, and this is false. And we can show you right now how the goat ate the Quran. Umar ibn Khattab, he said that the Quran is 1,025,000 letter, and what we have now left of the Quran is not even 25% of the Quran. The Muslim scholar, they say that the chapter of Al-Ahzab used to be equal to the chapter of Al-Baqarah, and now we have more than 110 verses of the chapter of Al-Ahzab is gone. So when you say to me his religion is preserved, his book is preserved, this is stupid. This is a big fat lie. You cannot prove it. Can you prove it?
Okay, I can't prove it, because is the Bible, is the gospel that was given to Jesus, is it in the original language right now?
What?
Is the book that was given to Jesus in the language that he spoke?
Which language? What is that language? What do you mean? What is the language of Jesus?
Okay, let me simplify for it. Did Jesus speak English?
Oh, this is a translation. Did Muhammad speak English?
Okay, it's translation, but where is the original at?
The original, we have Aramaic, we have a Greek, we have Hebrew.
Where is it?
They all exist. So go read them, but don't be stupid. Don't be stupid with me. Now let me ask you a question. What is the language? What is the language Jesus spoke according to Islam? Aramaic. So why his book is called Injil?
The whole point of it is,
don't change the topic. You see, I'm getting you busted more and more. You are digging. Now listen. Why your God named the book of Jesus Injil when this is a Greek word? If his language is Hebrew and his book is in Hebrew, so how the book, which is the gospel, which is Injil, became Injil in Islam? Why Allah he chose such a name?
So my point is,
your point is you want to answer me. If Jesus he spoke Hebrew, how Allah he called the name of the book of Jesus Injil, which is a Greek word?
Okay, first of all, in the Quran does not specify what language that Jesus spoke.
You are the one who told me a second ago. Hold on, no, the Quran specifies. Don't be stupid. The Quran specified. The Quran says we never send a messenger except he speak in the tongue of his people. Are you denying that?
No, of course not. Of course,
okay. So what is the what is the tongue of the Jews?
Hebrew.
Okay, so the language of Jesus must be Hebrew. Don't be stupid. Here we go.
Fine, Hebrew.
So why the language, which is why the Bible of Jesus in the Quran, it's named as Injil, which is a Greek word?
The whole point of it is he did not speak English. Where is the English
What?
Bible?
What are you talking about? Why? I'm asking you. Your God. He named him. Your God named the book.
My point
who is the one who chose the word? Shut up. Answer me.
Arabic.
Don't play games. You can't
Arabic.
play games with me. Why the name of Jesus called Injil when Jesus he spoke Hebrew?
Go to the tafsir, you'll find out.
You do tafsir. You are the ones. You see, you are getting busted. You agreed with me that Allah he never sent a messenger unless he speak the tongue of his people, and we show you the verse in the Quran. And now we are asking you. You are the one who mentioned the language of Jesus. You said to me, why the Bible in English now? which is very silly, like you're talking like a kid. And now we ask you the same question: why the Quran
No,
is in
my
English?
point
So
is
now
the Quran is in
why is that a
the
translation?
Quran
Is that a false
the Quran
translation?
is in
Are you saying
the
to me? Are
Quran
you
is in the
saying to
language of
me?
Muhammad.
Are you saying to me that Allah?
Where's the
You are just a kid. You are just want to shout. Are you going to talk or you want to shout? I'm asking you. I want a serious answer. Don't tell me so. Go and see the tafsir. Why Allah he chose the word Injil, which is a Greek word for the name of the book of Jesus, if he is a Hebrew, spoke Hebrew. Go ahead.
I don't know why it's called Injil. I don't know what language Injil is. I don't
Okay.
know why that was chosen.
Okay. Let your dad call me. Let the man of the house call me. Don't tell me go and read tafsir. You are being stupid. You are jumping like a monkey from a topic to the topic to a topic to a topic. If Muhammad is proven to be a prophet because he killed and he was victorious, that means Trump is victorious. Here we go. ISIS is destroyed. That means he's God. He's a prophet. That's stupid. That's the most stupid argument. Muhammad he died like a rat and he claimed victorious. And not only that, Muhammad he claimed that when he died, his body will not be consumed. And the Muslim did not bury him for 3 days. And then they noticed that he started farting. His belly, the fart was coming like crazy. His belly became so big from gas. His nails became green. And even Ibn Abbas, he said, قد أسن الرسول, bury him. He became stinky. فهو يأسن كما يأسن البشر. What victory? Forcing people to convert to your religion, this is not victory, my friend. The same day Muhammad he died, the same day tens of thousands of Arab left Islam. Go and read the word, the history is called the War of Apostate. The same day Muhammad died. They just heard the news. What victory? Victory of a sword? You lost your sword. Your sword is not with you. Numbers mean nothing because you Muslims are many cults today. And you are killing each other. You call yourself Muslim. Like the funny about Muslims, you say to them, is the Shia Muslim? They say no. So why you count them? Why you count the Shia when you count the number of Muslims? Why you count the Ahmadiyya? Why you count the Duruz? Why you count the Batiniya? Why you count? They count every funny, stupid cult. Even they count the cult of what is called the Louis Farrakhan. They count, but you ask them about details. Suddenly, those are not Muslims, and 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 Muslims. So who's Muslim? Nobody. Even the Muslim, even ISIS, they accuse Al Qaeda not to be Muslims, and Al Qaeda accuse ISIS not to be Muslims. When we ask the Muslims about ISIS, they say they are not Muslims. So who's the Muslims? Nobody. Nobody. Your numbers is potato, my friend. Don't call me. Don't call me. Let your dad call me. I want the man of the house to call me. Your mom. With my respect to your mom. A bunch of kids, they have no idea what they are talking about. The proof of Muhammad to be a prophet, that he was victorious, he was not victorious. What kind of victory this victory is? He died with a very bad name and bad reputation. That is a defeat. The Bible says, what is the victory you make if you win the whole world and you lose yourself? Look at us right now. After 1400 years, who can speak good about Muhammad? The child molester, killer, criminal, thief, rapist. He ordered Muslim women to give themselves to sleep with them. What victory is that? The victorious is the one who make people love him. Can you hate Jesus? You cannot. You cannot. You might curse him, you might say bad, but sit by yourself alone and listen to yourself. You will find you cannot really hate him. He said, love your enemy. What do you want more? Pray for those who curse you. How you can hate such a person? You curse him, he pray for you. You say to him, I want to kill you, and you kill him, he says, okay, I forgive you. That is victory. Not a guy who attack people, kidnap their women, rape them, rape children, teach hate. That is not victory. And look at you. You are lost.